All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the GSL, the Global Star League, here at GOMTV, here in Seoul, Korea, here at Mokdong Studio, here in the place for esports. I don't know what that was all about. Dude, this place is so esports, though.
Yeah, it is, man.
Like, it's just so cool to be here again. I'm so glad to be back.
I'm glad to have you back, man.
I'm glad to be back. I'm glad that you're still here, too.
We're all here, man. Everyone's here. Doe's
right.
still here.
That's right. Yes, but it's just, if you do visit Seoul, by the way, I know we've said this before a lot of times, but come on down to the studio. We were just talking to some guys that are here from, I'm not sure where they're from actually, but they speak English and they're here. It's always a good time. You can come down here, meet some pro gamers. And there is, speaking of pro gamers, SC, almost said SC Foyu.
That's all right.
FXO Korea SC, a very, 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 very strong Terran player. This guy is a beast. He was in the semifinals not that long ago. Here he is down in Code A somehow.
Yep,
trying to fight his way back into Code S.
I mean, he's fighting his way back through. He took Extreme out, no problem.
Yeah.
And he's playing against TaeJa, though, who's really, really good. And I want to mention, you said he was on the team FXO Korea. FXO Korea, just to give you guys, there's a lot of misconception about this. A lot of people ask me about this. So I just wanted to, mention it really briefly.
Sure.
FXO Korea is basically the division of our team that's in Korea, but FXO Korea and FX Open are the same team. I know you know that, but I just wanted to make sure that everyone outside knows that it's all one team.
So technically QXC and SC are on the same team?
But Straylock is not. Imba FX Open is a different
That's
team
entirely. The Euro division, right?
Right.
Okay.
Well, we didn't talk about TaeJa just then, but I just want to mention that to you guys. And TaeJa's an awesome player, obviously.
So what happens if QXC goes and plays a European tournament?
What do you? Oh, well, no, it's Imba FX Open's literally a different team. It's
different
not
organization.
Yeah,
right?
different organization. Same company. It sponsors both teams.
Okay.
But anyway, hopefully that clears up a lot of misconception because people ask me about that every day, and now you guys know all the answers. I don't have to PM each one of you guys back.
Yeah. Now here's the thing: is well, did you want to talk about TaeJa first?
Well, TaeJa's obviously a really, really good player who used to be on Nex, switched into. Well, hold that thought. We're gonna jump into the game right now.
All right, here's the player that I was going to talk about, and I'll talk about shortly. He is a former Code S semifinalist, a very, very strong player. Ended up coming back down to Code A and is trying to fight his way back into the top tier.
FXO SC.
SC, formerly SC Foyu. There he is. And here's his opponent from the Team Slayers. He's done well in the team league, has yet to show too many individual results.
Slayers TaeJa.
Slayers TaeJa trying to prove himself here in Code A. Anyway, what I was going to say, though, is just that SC, he's very good Terran versus Terran generally. He played some good Terrans in the LG Cinema 3D tournament, but lost to MVP and Byun in Code S last season, and then lost to Noblesse and Nuclear in the up and down matches. So Terrans are why he's in Code A right now. So he's been struggling against them a little bit lately. So normally SC would be, I think, the favorite, but TaeJa has a really good chance of beating him given his recent history.
Yeah, TaeJa has been doing extremely well recently, especially, he's been doing well outside of the GSL. You guys don't see, he plays in other tournaments and in-game in-house rankings and stuff. He's been doing extremely well. But more importantly, he's done extremely well in the team league, and he's shown a lot of results there. And this is a very important time for him because it's finally his time to show his face. It's like Dongrigu. Everyone knows he's good, but he hasn't been able to show it yet.
Exactly.
And he's showing it here in Code A now. He's playing against JYP even later today, so we get to see some more of that.
Yeah.
So there are these players out here, and I know we talk about this a lot, but some of you guys who are newer to the GSL who think, oh, well, this guy's just got here in the GSL. Well, he's been around a while, and he's always been good. It's just now we're finally getting a chance to see him. So it's very important for him to try to reach out to you guys, as I'm trying to now, to try to prove himself.
Yeah. Yeah, TaeJa, he's like you're saying, other tournaments, he actually got second place in an iCup tournament that happened, just a month ago. and did well in the team league. What team did he all killed?
Zenex.
Zenex.
Which is actually ironic, given that he was
used to be
from
on
that
Zenex.
team.
Hey, I remember that day. Like I was like, okay, like who's going out first? And like they pointed at him, and they're like, he's like, I'm like, what's your ID? He's like, Zenex TaeJa. I'm like, and this whole team, the Slayers team, was like, no, you're Slayers now.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, he was actually a pretty important part of the next clan. The next clan was very sad to see him go.
Yeah.
But that happens. Of course, they still support him. Now, Reactor going down here for SC.
And expansion.
Yeah, he is going to put a lot of pressure on some of these Hellions off of a Reactor to secure that expansion. Interestingly, TaeJa getting a tech lab on his factory, by the looks of it, has double gas. So he's going to go Blue Flame here, I think, right off the bat. There he goes. So TaeJa wants to put on some pressure with Hellions that are more well-equipped than
Wait. Wolf? Do we have a Slayer's Terran going Blue Flame Hellion?
That's the thing, man.
What? I'm so surprised.
He's fast and furious.
He is, man. I don't think I've seen any games in any matchups that Slayer's Terrans have not gone Blue Flame Hellions. I guess not TVP.
It's like a rule in the Slayers house, like you have to make it every game.
Exactly.
If you don't, you're out of the team.
It was like a joke where someone was like, all right, who's going to be the first to not play a game without it? Hold that thought. Some Hellions coming in here. TaeJa only has Marines right now. At first, they were not split very well. He does split them apart, though, to minimize the damage. And another Hellion of his own is out. He's going to try and pick off that injured Hellion. And 3 Hellions now, though.
Nice control by SC.
Sorry, 2 Hellions. 4 coming in, though, for SC. Really back and forth here. A couple of SCs are very badly damaged, but he just outnumbers them. Oh, and there he gets a nice shot on both of those Hellions. Picks them off. And the tree burns down in the aftermath.
Well, TaeJa repairs his Hellions. Their Blue Flame upgrade is done. He's going to push out with those pretty soon. SC, somewhat vulnerable given that he doesn't have a bunker at the front of his base. And his natural's just completely exposed.
Yeah, this could be very bad because even though SC has... is SC making Reactor Hellions or something?
Yes, he's basically not upgrading Blue Flame. And now TaeJa switched his Reactor.
Yeah.
He's making Reactor Blue Flame, and he's making a Raven. I love this.
There we go. And so even though SC had more Hellions there, the Blue Flame made TaeJa so much more powerful that he was able to win. And now with TaeJa putting out Reactor Hellions, he's going to be really powerful on the ground, but there is a starport out for SC. I think he has a Viking somewhere. Maybe not. Yeah, he has a Viking.
He does have a Viking, but it's not in position to spot this. I'm trying to locate it myself. Like, been so far unable to do so.
The Viking?
Oh, yep, there it is.
Hold that thought, though. TaeJa coming in with these Hellions. Nice control, pulling back. Do you see that? All the Hellions with just a few points left. If he'd pulled back then, actually, it would have been nice because then he would have saved them all. But really good control there. Doing a lot of damage, and now he's going to go ahead and drop these in there. And the Viking is like off to the side in not the best position. Okay, there's another Viking.
Yep.
But these Hellions are going to roast some SCVs. And instead of chasing the line, he's just going to deal with a few that are in the base.
Oh! Taking out a lot here. Viking does clean up the drop, but so many SCVs lost. In fact, 11 workers lost. There's our observer highlighting that.
Nice.
These Hellions going to get caught, though. Or maybe not. May take out an SCV or two here.
And White is going to escape with the Hellion. Oh!
Yep.
Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious, man. That Hellion with 9 hit points left. Lives life dangerously. Right now, worker count is 27 SCVs for SC, 32 for TaeJa. Remember, every Hellion that TaeJa makes is much different and much better than any Hellions that SC might make because it's upgraded. But SC has switched over to siege tanks, and he has this nice little timing he's going to hit right now, where TaeJa is quite vulnerable because Blue Flame Hellions don't work very well against siege tanks.
No, you might even say they don't work at all for the most part. And here they come in. Oh, nice. The point defense drone is going to save the Viking battle temporarily. Bunker barely goes up. Tons of SCVs trying to repair it. It's almost going to go down, though, just from the pure DPS. And SC falls back, but with siege mode up, he's going to be able to shell those SCVs anyway.
Yeah, well, it's really bad for TaeJa. Now the Viking trying to do some damage here, but with the Banshee trying to do some damage, the Viking does clean up. He does take out one of those tanks, however. SC in such a good position here. This is the risk of doing this build when the counterattack comes. If you don't have any way to deal with the tanks, you're in trouble. But it looks like nice control by TaeJa. He may try to approach these siege tanks, or siege tank. There's only one left.
Yeah. And they are pretty effective when the tank can't shoot.
SC needs to land those Vikings, and did it a little bit too late. May keep that tank alive just a little bit longer. I like this, using the Vikings to buffer for the siege tank.
Raven, get back! He's going to try and put down a turret before he dies. And that tank does go down. Hellions are going to push back these Marines as well.
Yeah. This battle ends up being somewhat of an even trade. Both these guys on pretty close harvester count. 38 for SC, and 35 for TaeJa.
Yep, and they're both almost even in supply as well.
Yeah.
Oh, Banshee jukes back. And doesn't really take the best route back, though. Well, I mean, just trying to go back to the base, but does get picked off.
Well, the thing that's going on right now is even though they're pretty even in supply, and basically the only difference is those 4 SCVs is why the supply is about 4 difference, is that SC is ahead on siege tank count and he has air superiority. Those things are going to prove to be very important in the next few minutes of this game.
Yeah, SC has an extra siege tank, a couple extra Vikings, and he's actually making some Marauders as well. And like tank Marauder is like Hellions don't do anything to either of those units, even with the Blue Flame upgrade. So TaeJa's gonna have to switch up into some different tack and start getting more siege tanks if he's gonna win in the long game.
Well, he needs to take a third base and control the map with his Hellions. Surprisingly, though, he hasn't made a third command center, and SC has started his. So SC has better units.
Oh no, he is. Oh no, that's a barracks. Never mind. I was like, no, he's floating it over.
Yeah, I saw the minimap too. I was like, am I wrong? And it's like, no, it's just a barracks floating.
Oh, he did just start a third command center though. So
he's gonna have basically SC's gonna have better economy faster, and also better composition for a while. Now, this is interesting. TaeJa's gonna try to pick off the Viking that protects over here. It's a smart move. Even though SC had better Vikings, he didn't have them all in one place, and TaeJa predicted that. That was a really smart prediction.
Yep, TaeJa continuing to produce Hellions. A little puzzled by that, unless he's going to try and do some harassment maybe.
Yeah, he's just been so passive with them, and the fact of the matter is he just has to be right now because SC has 2 siege tanks that is natural. He's got a ton of Marauders there as well. There's no way those Hellions can really do any damage. All they can do is control watchtowers, which they are doing right now.
It looks like SC is basically just going to go for Biomech. He's producing more tanks. Look at the production tab, man. There's like an insane amount of things on SC's production.
Yeah, it like goes into his name. I can't even read it.
But yeah, he's getting combat shields, getting stim, getting +1 ground infantry weapons rather. So he's just gonna go for like, you know, bio with tanks. Kind of an, I was gonna say old school, but like, you know, that's like the style from like, I guess a month ago, a couple months ago.
Yeah,
It's been changing a lot lately into more mech.
Was that a scant? Did he just like chase down and kill a scantipede over there? Is that what I saw?
I don't know, man. I wasn't.
Is that what I saw?
I wasn't looking at that monitor.
Huh. I like look on my screen. It looks like Hellions are chasing something, and I look and there's like a burnt up scantipede. I'm like, TaeJa, what did you? Yeah, scantipede was innocent.
Was it?
It was.
Was
man.
it, Wolf?
Scantipedes are friendly. They're neutral. Okay, they're NPC. All right.
I don't know, man. They look pretty demonic. They look pretty dastardly, if you ask me.
They kind of remind me of the Sarlacc pit in the Return of the Jedi, except they're like actually just outside of a pit. Now we're gonna see the gold base taken here by TaeJa, something that SC has not considered doing, and actually SC, even though he has command center made earlier, didn't float it for a while, so they got their third bases up around the same time.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, this Bioforce here needs to be very careful because TaeJa has a very solid army, and in fact, SC has spent so much money on his bio, he's fallen way behind his siege tank count. TaeJa has 10 siege tanks to his 4.
Wow, yeah, he's got like 16 Marauders, but yeah, TaeJa's really pushing in hard here. He's going to siege up right outside of SC's natural.
This is not looking good for SC. He's trying to play an old style against someone who's mastered mech, and it just doesn't work very well.
I mean, this is the kind of situation where if it would be a good idea to switch over and like get some Banshees, but SC hasn't kept up Viking production either, so TaeJa has the air control as well. And hold that thought, big battle going on here. Siege tanks, not much cover left. They might actually go down with the last few hit points of these Marauders. And the Marauders, just so many hit points, power through. But in the meantime, a drop in the main, killing so many SCVs.
Yeah, there's not much answer. A few Marauders being rallied out of those production facilities, cleaning those up. Right now, though, the siege tank count still in TaeJa's favor, 6-5. In fact, 7-5 now. He has twice the Vikings. He still has Hellions out on the map. It's very difficult for SC to push, even though he's up 20 supply. A lot of that supply is in very weak, low hit point Marauders. They're not going to work very well against this huge tank count.
Does he have any? He doesn't even have any medevacs, does he?
No, he does not. He's got 2 in production, though.
Oh, actually, well, SC has a pretty significant force. And I get, you know what? I actually have to give SC the advantage here because he's re-macroed up a little bit better. And again, SC has made Marauders and TaeJa's made Hellions. And the Hellions are going to do crap. Just absolutely jack against, you know, take Marauder.
As time goes on, though...
Like, they didn't even stay alive long enough to buffer for his tanks in the last battle.
That's true. As time goes on, well, this is unusual. Marauder drop here.
SCPs are like, we can take him with the medevac overhead.
Yeah, that's a little bit weird. And the Hellion comes out, and he's like, well, I can't beat this either. I guess TaeJa has to turn around. Well, this is... he gets about 5 kills between the 2 of those Marauders. And that was kind of funny. Now, SC, like I was saying, he's got a more mobile army, but TaeJa's army is just better in general. Now he's going to drop some Marauder bombs here on top of these siege tanks. I like this.
Nice.
And he's going to have to do stuff like this, but it's so difficult to attack here. I think this is a mistake by SC. He had such a supply lead, he's throwing it all away, and in fact, losing his entire army here. No! I just don't think that was a good, no, it was just not a good idea. That was just absolutely not a good idea.
For SC to attack?
No, yeah, that was terrible. Now what he's lost his entire Marauder force. He can remake that very quickly. But he's just giving up map control. Now TaeJa's going to move across the map. And as long as TaeJa sieges up at the right moments, he's always going to be okay. And I think even though TaeJa's still like 10 supply down, he's got this better army. And if he plays this right, SC is always going to be the one doing the defending from now on.
He does still have the Viking advantage.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though, is that also means that, you know, about 15 of his supplies are Vikings, and here comes a lot of Marauders coming from a lot of different sides. The Vikings are forced to land to block shots, and he loses most of his Vikings there, but holds off SC's attempt at blocking this.
Well, see, TaeJa's just being so careful with his siege tanks, SC just can't break in. And with this Viking control, he's always been able to see what's going on, but that Viking control is starting to falter here.
Yeah, he just lost it.
Because
he lost all those Vikings.
Exactly.
Landed all those Vikings. He lost like 6 of them or something on the ground.
Yeah, exactly.
And he kind of needed to protect his tanks. Because again, he's only got Hellions on the ground. Not too much to buffer.
Well, if SC just adds one more factory, I think he'll be able to sort of keep up with what TaeJa is doing here. He's being very mobile. He's playing this style right. It's just very difficult when the game goes this long, and we're at 22 in-game minutes here. When it gets to be this long, it's very difficult to play against mech with bio because it's difficult to harass. Your opponent's always aware of what you're doing. It's a lot of tanks out there for TaeJa. Right now, the tank...
Oh! Hellions coming at just the right moment. They actually missed their chance to get the other half, but they're doing so much damage here. Taking out so many SCVs.
That's not good.
Blue Flames killing all but a few of the SCVs at SC's 3rd base and killed a bunch, maintaining to the 4th as well.
Siege tank count right now, 13 for TaeJa, 4 for SC. 18 Marauders out though, and if these tanks ever get caught unsieged, those Marauders are just going to wreck everything. But if TaeJa, again, if he's patient, that shouldn't happen.
Yeah, that's what SC needs to do. He needs to catch TaeJa unsieged, basically, because now he's really... pulling ahead in the tank count. And actually TaeJa with, what? With 2,000 minerals in the bank?
Yeah, he's got quite a few banked up there.
I guess it's...
This base for SC, not able to be mined. And
TaeJa really putting the pressure on here.
Will he lose this command center?
He actually might lose that orbital because he's floating it over the air, and so SC doesn't have any Vikings to help out on this.
Yeah, I think he's absolutely going to lose it.
TaeJa also forced to fall back, though. His force is all at the top right to attack that base, And so he's out of position. He's going to lose the gold.
I think he may actually be able to keep his gold base alive.
He's going to keep the orbital at least. And TaeJa's like, all right, well, I've got a better army. I'm just going to march into your natural and force you to come back, and you're not even going to be able to break me in your own natural.
Yeah, that's the difficult part is when you get sieged up there. Now SC can't even attack TaeJa's army. It's already entrenched in siege mode. And these Vikings are targeting down the medevacs. They're trying to do bombs. And this game's going to end here pretty quickly. TaeJa losing almost nothing. SC losing everything. Now this base will fall. Yeah. SC is reduced to 1 mining base. GG.
There's the GG. TaeJa coming out, man.
Yeah, man.
Beating SC Folyu, and he's happy about that. Look at that. He's like, wow, I just beat a Code S semifinalist.
Yeah, he did a great job, and he deserves the win. He played really well. He played the style that wins out in the end if you're patient, and he was patient.
Look at him. He's so happy. That's awesome.
Yeah, I feel happiness for him.
Yeah.
Even though SC is my teammate. TaeJa in there, giving them some, trying to be helpful. TaeJa always comes down here every time we've got FXO players here.
And like Sella, he's like always here when there's a Slayers player. Actually, well, today's not here, but Slayers Jessica's here.
Yeah, Jessica's here. Jessica comes almost every time. Yeah. Either way.
Sella like hurt his neck yesterday, so hopefully he's at home like.
He said he was lifting weights or something and hurt his neck, so I feel bad for him. Our thoughts go out to Sella as his neck, as he tries to get massages. He's probably like trying to get other players to give him a neck massage, because that's the best thing when your neck hurts, man. You just get your friend to give you a neck massage, and you're like, at least for 30 minutes, I feel okay.
So TaeJa taking out that first game, and it was just a very stylistically different game. I mean, TaeJa going for the Slayers style, Blue Flame Hellions into mech, and SC, I really don't think it was a mistake, to be honest, to go for the Marauders.
It wasn't a mistake.
I think that had the potential to really, tank Marauder versus tank Hellion. The Marauders are going to win.
You just have to have map control, and you have to eventually switch. You can't go tank Marauder forever, because there becomes a time where you just have so many tanks that your Marauders will never close the distance.
That's true.
And if he's sieged up, you're like, well, I have Marauders and I'm trying to rush in, but they will never close the distance.
Eventually it comes down to the tank count difference.
Yeah.
And, things like the Viking battles and that kind of thing. So, but TaeJa winning out there. We're going to be getting to Game 2 fairly shortly. It's going to be on Tall Dream Altar.
Not Short Dream Altar.
Not short Dream Altar. Not Venti Dream Altar. Not like Tall Dream.
Not Tall Dream Chapel.
I can't think of anything that's.
It's the latter edition.
I can't make any substitutions for Dream though.
Yeah, I can't either. Let's jump into the game.
Let's just get into the game.